Hello.
And welcome to Film.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to, at least when we're recording, the period between Christmas and New Year, where everything still doesn't quite feel right.
No man's land.
Limbo.
Yes.
Like, literally, it was Saturday yesterday. Fuck off. I don't believe it was Saturday. Nobody can prove to me it was Saturday yesterday.
It's Monday today, Mark.
Don't, because I genuinely don't know what day it is.
You could tell me it's Monday. It's like, oh shit, I was supposed to work today.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
Zero fucks given, though, right?
I could not comment on that. I will be working to ensure a smooth transition for my team. For it is the right thing to do for them. It is not their fault or my replacement's fault that we are in this situation. So,
Which is the best way to look at it.
Trying to be profesh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not exactly going to be doing much in terms of road mapping the next year.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to Film Bastards. It's episode 567. My name is Ian Loring, and as always, I'm joined by
Becky Foster, hello everybody.
I'm Matt Foster, hello everybody.
Hello, one and all. We hope you're having a good festive season. So, coming up this week, we have got a review of the Robbie Williams is a Chimp biopic Better Man, and don't think we've got any trailers. We haven't got any kind of news and whatnot. Definitely got some what we've been watching.
Got one trailer. We literally only got one trailer in front of Better Man.
Oh wow! Okay, all right. Well, we'll talk about that in a bit. We are a Pod Syndicate podcast, so please do listen to like-minded shows such as Entertainment Landfill, The Good, The Bad, The Odd, Rewatch Project, and Shinjiroku vs. Punter. And without further ado, Mark was about to talk about Christmas Day dinner preparation off mic, and then I said, I think, let's save this for the show. So, Mark, regale us with your tale of Christmas Day lunch prep.
Right, so we make pretty much everything for Christmas Day lunch, don't we, Bex? We don't make like stuffing from scratch. We've done that before. That way, madness lies. But we prepare everything Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Past few years, we've over prepped the day before, haven't we?
Yeah.
And so we've left ourselves not enough to do on Christmas Day, so it kind of feels a little bit weird because we actually quite enjoy cooking.
Yeah, we do.
So, but with Christmas dinner, you have the turkey goes in and the turkey comes out, and that's when you start doing the other bits.
Yeah, because it needs to
But
rest.
then, with the way that things go and what we do, the last half an hour is fucking action time, innit? It's action time.
Yeah.
It's when the carrots are a big deal for me, aren't they?
They are. You managed to find your rainbow
I
carrots.
managed to find my
this year.
rainbow carrots. We've got a lot of rainbow carrots because I bought 2 bags. So the carrots go on, the cabbage is rocking and fucking rolling, the gravy needs a little bit more attention.
The gravy was banging.
Everything's kind of coming together. So everything's coming together. We're at about 25 minutes, aren't we? So a lot of things happening. The tasty situation is in process.
Very intense.
And it's quite intense. So, but we've got it all in hand now, haven't we, Bex?
Yeah.
We've got it all in fucking hand. We're in the kitchen. We're all fucking rock and rolling. We all know our places. We know what we're fucking doing.
All two
And
of us,
then-
just to
Yeah,
clarify.
all 2 of us, yeah. And then Becky turns round and there is water coming in from the ceiling, isn't there?
There was, yeah.
Oh fuck!
Water coming in from the ceiling, down the fucking wall, out of a light switch fucking switch flicking socket.
Oh no!
That, and we're going, the fuck? And then Isabel comes down,
Dressed in a towel.
dressed in a towel,
So
and
we had to
says,
speak up, obviously.
and says, well played.
Thank you.
Does that shower curtain always fall down? Like, no, it's never fallen down. Wait, is the shower on because there's water coming in through the ceiling, Isabel? No, the shower's off, but the shower curtain's come down. Why's the shower curtain come down? Well, what do you mean? Well, why? What did you do to it? Well, I leaned on it as I was getting a towel. Why would you lean on the shower curtain? Like, you don't lean on the shower curtain.
It's not load bearing.
So, you had to then go upstairs to find that there was just water fucking everywhere. It had come in. I don't know how she'd done it, but she'd managed to pool it in an area where it can't pool.
Yeah.
And
she had the audacity to sort of suggest it was because it wasn't sealed properly. No, Isabel, the corner furthest away from the bath in the bathroom is not fully watertight. Sorry.
yeah, no one expects you to literally use that as like a
wet
puddle
room.
area.
A wet
or
room.
a wet room,
Yeah.
So Bexy's there having to sort that out, as I'm having to monitor everything, basically like if the next half an hour goes wrong, Christmas dinner is fucked.
Well, none of it was pausable either, was it?
No.
Like, just take it off the heat.
No, it's all got to be fucking rocking and fucking rolling.
It's important to say as well for people who don't know, like, Izzy is in her early 20s.
Yeah, she's 20 years old.
She's not a kid.
But the other bit here is, right, this happens every time Isabel comes home. She does something disastrous to the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's just weird. Even she commented on it and said, I don't get this. At home, I'm fine. There's never any problems. Yet I come home and for some reason I break the bathroom in somewhere. Yeah. Managed to get it all sorted. We did then... We went to my sister's, didn't we, on Christmas Day evening.
Yes.
Which we haven't done for a few years, but we did this year because it means that Isabel gets to see my mum and her partner, my dad and his partner, my sister and her partner, and my two cousins. They're all in one room.
You could have truncated that by just saying family.
I'm emphasising how much of the family it is that's there. So she gets to see all of those. But we had to leave with our light switched off in the kitchen.
Still on.
But still on. Because basically the light switch had shorted. And so you have to wait for it to dry out.
Yeah.
For it to then go off. Yeah, so we're there going, it should be fine. But in the back of your mind you are thinking, I hope my house isn't on fire.
I was intermittently checking the village sort of Facebook group throughout the evening to make sure no one had put, the house near the walkway's on fire.
Yeah. And then just looking for somebody that we know in the village going, ha, your house is on fire, guys, in the comments. It wasn't.
That sounds incredibly stressful.
It was all fine, and it was all a fun evening. It was quite amusing. Last little family bit we'll talk about. So, Isabel is doing for her latest, essay that she's writing for university on the rise of supplements and...
this isn't a final one. Is she not talking
It's not a final one. No,
one
she has, but this is the penultimate one.
Okay.
On, supplements and nutritional bits that are being sold to younger people. And the fact that there's all these... that so many influencers are now pimping vitamins, aren't they? And one of my nephews is hench as fuck, isn't he?
It's fucking weird, man.
And he got loads of vitamins and cardio packs and stuff like this as gifts for Christmas, and I had to keep on turning around and looking at Isabel directly at her.
It's really fucking weird. Was your sister on steroids when she was pregnant with him?
Aidan, it's just fucking awesome. The thing is, it was all good. He's not like anybody who isn't fun about it.
He's not like an annoying gym bro.
No, Isabel was talking to him about it and saying, "Oh, I'm doing my essay on this," and Aidan was like, "Oh, I'll send you my plan that I have and what these things do, and I'll send you all this information out so you know what everything does." So they were discussing it. He is the nicest kid you could ever meet. He's just lovely.
No, her final dissertation's about misogyny in horror movies.
Is that what she's going to do it on?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
About misogyny in horror movies?
Yeah.
Wow. That's kind of close to my dissertation, respect.
They say it, isn't it? Yeah. So that was our Christmas. You spent yours with a lot of y'all with Pikachu, didn't you, Ian?
Yeah. No, it's amazing what presents are like real hits. The most fun for all the family was just this inflatable Pikachu costume that we got off some Chinese seller on Amazon for like 25 quid, and everybody wanted to go in that motherfucker.
Did you ever go in it?
It was great. Just, I mean, like I put up on my Instagram. I put up a reel of it, but man, just every single time somebody moves, it looks like they're pissed in it. I mean that was wild. I mean, yeah, we go around the in-laws every year, and it's pretty chilled. But like, yeah, like played a game of Catan that took about 2.5 hours. That was fun. I mean, that was genuinely fun. Yeah, just pretty standard issue. No waterworks to report on. No arguments or disagreements or anything like that. My in-laws are a lovely bunch anyway. My sister-in-law and the partner are good as gold. So yeah, no complaints really. And they let me for like the 4th year in a row on Boxing Day, because we stay over like Christmas Day night. Boxing Day, I just fuck off to the cinema and then just come back after when I'm done.
Nice.
They know I need my time to fuck off.
Yeah, which is fair enough.
So yeah. So no, not bad. But anyway, Christmas is done. New Year is on its way, and then it's January.
Yeah.
So, something I also wanted to talk about before we talk about this one trailer. Next week, a little bit of production on-air production meeting, but fuck it. Next week, I was thinking about doing a potential bit of 2025 preview, and I wanted to do the Bastards Hypometer.
Oh, nice. Like this.
Where I'll get basically the films coming out from the UK Film Distributors Association, like the current UK release schedule. I'm going to put them on a spreadsheet, and I want us, all three of us, to mark hype out of like 5.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do...
Oh, we're gonna like make an
talk
average.
about... Yeah. Do an average and then talk about like the top 10.
Nice. I like that.
So we could do the Bastards Hypometer. So, you know, and then obviously if like anybody's not heard of anything or something like that, obviously you can look it up or just score it a 0 or a 1 or something like that. I think there'll be more than enough there for us to get a decent top 10 out of it, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Game for this. Let's fucking do it.
Yeah, so that will be the inaugural Bastards Hypometer coming next week.
Nice. Like that.
Good stuff. And also just a quick production note for people as well. I believe that we will do our review of the year on the weekend of The Brutalist releasing in the UK.
Yeah.
That is the weekend of Friday the 24th of January.
That is, yeah, and that is the plan, isn't it?
Yeah,
Which is
it's a little late, but we have to include it.
Yeah.
We have to include The Brutalist from all the buzz.
Yeah, that's it. We often tend to mirror this around like the last big one that might trouble top 10s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that'll be more towards the end of the month.
Yeah.
Cool. What's this trailer?
Bridget Jones Mad About the Boy.
Yeah,
was the only trailer we got. Like, not like the only new trailer we got.
The only one.
It was the only one trailer we got. And it's a film that is only getting a cinema release, I believe, in the UK.
I think that's right.
It goes to Peacock the day before it gets released in theatres everywhere else, which is Valentine's Day. I can't believe this is a thing. Right. So, Bex, you're a girl, right? If you're going to have somebody, right, who is described by one of the characters as the Triadonis, right? Would you have cast somebody that looks vaguely like somebody who thinks they look like Leonardo DiCaprio?
No.
He has a face like a cabbage came to life. Like
Is he the boy?
Yeah.
The young one?
It's this thing of if you're going to cast somebody who everybody's going to say is attractive, you've got to at least make sure they're attractive.
He's got a big balloon face, hasn't he?
It's like...
He's not really Leonardo DiCaprio. He's more like a sprout. He's like...
Yeah, but this guy looks like... No, that's what I mean. Like a sprout is like a mini cabbage. This is just a cabbage head. Yeah.
I mean, the only one in the trailer for this that would fall into the would get it category is fucking Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
He's well old. So, no.
I just... Like, do you know what? People will go and see this, and the people who will go and see this will enjoy it, and every fifth person that has to go with the people who want to see this won't enjoy it. So I'm fine with that ratio, and I'm glad people are going to go and enjoy it. I just don't understand how this has happened.
I have a valid excuse after Ian told me off in the last episode for being like, I don't want to watch this, and he was like, you literally do a film podcast. I have a valid reason for not seeing this, which is that I haven't seen any of the others.
You've never seen a Bridget Jones movie?
No.
None of them?
No.
Wow, that's staggering. Wasn't Noel in the last one?
Yes.
Noel
was a face in the background on a bunch of TVs.
the last Bridget Jones movie. That's true.
That's wild. I'm not going to watch the movie to see that, but if anyone has a screenshot that they could send me, that would be great.
I'll get you a screenshot.
No, so I've not watched any of them, so I have a really valid excuse to not watch this.
I feel a marathon coming up.
Absolutely fucking not.
Fuck, absolutely not, mate.
I
I can't joke about that. No way.
I might.
I mean, you are quite welcome to be a tit.
I mean, it'll probably be one of the better choices you make with film watching during your lunch break, dude, to be fair.
It's a possibility, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I was watching it and I was like, Colin Firth was her husband? Oh, okay, it's alright, Colin Firth was dead.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Is he dead in the last one? Or is he dead between the last one and this
I
one?
can't remember, I'll be honest.
I think he's dead between
Yeah.
this one and the last one and this one.
Yeah. Yeah. This, yeah. I mean, fuck it, I'm not going to go and watch it. But I just found it funny that it was the only trailer we got before Better Man.
I mean, Bridget Jones is obviously to appeal to a certain demographic whose cultural influences stopped a few years back.
Yeah.
So is Robbie Williams. So
I
get the choice.
I guarantee you that a lot of the people who really want to go and see Bridget Jones Mad About the Boy also thought that Robbie Williams was hot 20 years ago. 25 years ago.
How old is Robbie Williams?
206, I believe.
Gosh, really? Looking alright for 206.
I mean, he was a bit... He's 50. He's actually only 50.
Well, he don't look bad for 50 either.
No, he
I liked Robbie Williams back in his heyday.
I mean, and that it's decent hair transplant at least. But
Yeah, it's not bad.
In his Wikipedia picture, he looks like he has stolen the top portion of Timothy Oliphant's hair.
Yeah.
Like that's the top.
Well,
that's the top of Timothy Oliphant's head.
Why does he look a bit like Philip Schofield in that picture?
It is. His bottom is a little bit. Actually, bottom looks a little bit Gary Barlow, and the top is Timothy
fuck
Oliphant.
it, I'll bite. I need to look at this now. Sorry.
No, I'm not getting Barlow. I'm
No,
getting
it's not
Schofield.
Barlow. It's
I think
somebody.
it's the eyes.
It's not Schofield, but the top is Timothy Oliphant.
Yeah. He's had some.
Oh, God, I know what you mean, though.
He's had some fucking.
He does look a little bit Schofieldy, doesn't he?
Fair enough. Yeah, that's an Oliphant
No one
head.
wants to. No one wants to be being compared to Philip Schofield.
Not even Philip Schofield wants that.
Fucking hell, he's got 4 kids.
Yeah.
No wonder he's got to do those Felix ads. It's funny that this film doesn't tackle that, isn't it?
I mean, well, fuck it. Let's get into it, I think.
Should be the post-credits. Right. Better Man is directed by Michael Gracie and stars Robbie Williams and John O'Davies as Robbie Williams. Steve Pemberton, a bizarrely large role. Alison Steadman, Damon Harriman and Rachel Bano playing Nicole Appleton. I'm just going to say this now, and we're going to move on. She's not styled as hot as Nicole Appleton was in real life. Nicole Appleton was an absolute peach in the 90s, and this girl's very good looking, not Nicole Appleton. I've said it, and I'll move on.
What's she
So,
she's got a face a bit like an elbow.
Yeah, she was quite hot in the 90s, in the late 90s.
Okay.
Yeah, she was.
Sure.
I'm sure. Even though there was another girl in All Saints, not her sister, but the other kind of blonde one.
Melanie something?
Yeah, I was a fan of hers. She was quite fetching. Anyway,
she was the hot one who couldn't sing.
Yeah.
I thought the Appletons were the hot ones that couldn't sing.
No, they were the ones with the connections. Melanie Blatt.
Melanie Blatt, yeah.
Yeah.
So was Shaznay the...
Shaznay was the one who wrote the songs and could sing.
Yeah, Melanie Blatt was the hot one, surely.
She was the one who was the obviously hot one, and then we actually got into it. Yeah, it was Nicole Appleton. Anyway,
so IMDb just says a singular profile of British pop superstar Robbie Williams.
Sure.
So we were all looking forward to this. I think it's fair to say, or at the very least, intrigued. And yeah, let's get into it. Becky, Better Man. Mm-hmm. How do you take to it?
Yeah, I really liked it. It's it has some very obvious influences that I feel it doesn't hide very well. But it's fine because the stuff that it's borrowing from is stuff that I liked for the most part. So that's not an issue. I think it's an interesting kind of way to represent Robbie Williams as being like the dancing monkey kind of thing. I just don't know necessarily that it's a story that needed telling, to be perfectly honest. I don't think it's interesting enough. There's not enough meat there. And where there is meat, it kind of goes, oh no, we're vegetarian for the next 10 minutes. Let's just skip over that bit. If you're watching the film and you don't necessarily remember the events, he was in Take That for, about 15 minutes? And then just goes off on his own, and that's not really how I remember it. I think Take That were a thing for a while before he left, weren't they?
About 5 years, yeah.
So my main complaint about it, and I said this to you, and it doesn't necessarily apply to us three who probably remember that time period fairly well, but there is far too much assumed knowledge. You couldn't watch this film and make any sense whatsoever out of it if you didn't live through that time period. And I think what skillful biopics do is there's more there for people that do know, but you can get through it fine without. And this I don't think you'd be able to do that at all if you didn't know, if you didn't live through the Take That era and the life through a fucking lens era, if you weren't fucking scarred from having to listen to Angels over and over again. So I think it's good. I just don't think necessarily everyone's going to get that much out of it.
I'll go next because I think it just I think I basically exactly mirror what Bex has just said there.
One last thing before it goes on to you, the inner demons shit I got real fucking bored of. That was repeated far too much. The monkeys in the audience kind of shit from his past. Like, nah, yeah, you've done this. This is heavy-handed now. Fuck off. Anyway, sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a, like you said, Bex. It's a story that doesn't feel like it was particularly worth telling. The CG chimp aspect, and I think some of the visuals are fantastic. But what what's it saying? You know, he was a boy from Stoke-on-Trent who became a pop star, got addicted to shit, kind of cleaned himself up, even though you don't even see much of that in this, and then it culminates with something that, I mean, that Royal Albert Hall performance was like, what, 20 years ago maybe? Or like, there should have been a mid-credits where it's him as a chimp doing the Felix ad singing. And, you know, the meat that is there, honestly, the scene between him and Steve Pemberton, where he's in the lake, all I could think of was Austin Powers singing "Daddy Wasn't There" in Goldmember. And but that's the emotional, the depth to it. He's got a nan he loves, and then his nan dies.
There is a little bit of Northern boys love their nans.
Exactly. If it wasn't a CG chimp, this film wouldn't exist.
No, it wouldn't.
Because it would just be, why are we watching this? Oh, because he's a CG chimp, and that's something that we can hang a hook on. You know, but I'm not going to say it's shit, because I thought visually it was cracking. I really enjoyed the rock DJ sequence. I thought the Come Undone sequence had some interesting visuals. But also, Where Was Millennium? That song's a banger. But fine. But yeah, not shit, but really not nearly as interesting as it should be, but maybe isn't, because maybe Robbie Williams' life is actually quite generic pop star.
Yeah, that's my argument here. It's like it does well with the material that it has. Boy joins boy band, develops drug problem, leaves boy band, has a solo career. There's not much there, is there? It's quite self-indulgent as well. It's a little bit Cry Me a Fucking River.
I think there's
I think
one of the issues you've got there is it's boy joins pop band become biggest pop band in Britain, boy leaves pop band, boy becomes biggest solo artist in Britain. So it's a bit like, not really sure where your fall was there, Rob. Not really sure where your fall. I know you got addicted to drugs and everything like that.
So have a lot of people.
But there's a little bit of, you know, and I'm sure that wasn't all that fun. But it is a little bit like, yeah, but you still have like the record deal that any UK solo artist has ever had. Because record deals don't exist in the same way anymore. And so there is a little bit of a, yeah, but you seem to be doing all right when you were on drugs, like career-wise. Seemed to actually be all right for you.
And I feel like it's
not saying that everybody should go out there and start taking drugs because you might end up being Robbie Williams.
It somehow manages to take the fact that he suffers from like anxiety and depression and all this kind of stuff. It takes that and makes it really unsympathetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does actually, yeah. I think it the thing is, I enjoyed it. I think it's fun, it's biting when it wants to be. But I think, like you said there, Ian, take with a CGI chimp, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
At all. It's like, and again, what you said, Bex, there's an amount of assumed knowledge. If you don't have that assumed knowledge, I don't think there's a lot there. I think you'd have to fill in a lot of blanks.
I mean, even I did, and I lived through it. The Nicole Appleton bit, I was like, he's got a kid with Nicole Appleton? Oh no. She's lost it? Oh no. She has an abortion.
But then that's never referenced again.
No,
because I thought that was like, holy fucking shit. Her manager basically made her had an abortion.
Yeah, which she's...
Bloody hell.
She documented in her autobiography. Because I think that's the first time that anything to do with Robbie Williams has ever kind of referenced it.
Right.
But there is an element of like you said, basically Take That is pretty much dealt with in one dance number to Rock DJ.
Yeah, which is a solo
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
And it's like, you were in the band for 3 years and you were like a big deal pop band for 3 of those years. And then...
Was he in Take That for only 3 years?
He was in Take That for 5 years, but only like 3 years from when they started releasing music rather than just being a gay bar circuit band.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it's quite cool that they referenced that. That was a thing that was there, because like they were very much known within the scene before they came, you know, before they released music.
See, I didn't know that, and now a lot of their early sort of outfits make sense.
Oh, yeah.
I did, because my uncle booked acts for that scene at the time, so I remember it being really weird that I'd heard about Take That and for like years before they released anything.
Yeah.
What's your uncle's name? I see it being a Frank.
It's not Keith.
Oh, Keith's even better.
Yeah.
Uncle Keith, who books gay club acts.
Yeah, well, because he managed gay clubs at the time.
Oh, that's great.
And so, yes, it was, you know, and I was like around like a lot of the gay community at the time, because it was just like, it was just normal for me. But yeah, but there's, like you said, there's not that much. Like again, like you said, the just when you get into the meat of it, the film decides to become a vegetarian.
Yeah.
And it's just a bit weird. And there's a lot of northern boys love their nan. And as somebody who's from York, like a fucking, sorry, Stoke's the fucking top end of the Midlands, not the arse end of the North. It's just, there's...
But and it's so long as well. And, you know, the ending is that My Way sequence, which felt like it was 20 minutes long.
It's total indulgence, that. And, like, I think when you pointed out, Ian, that it did feel a little bit like the whole thing was the film version of Daddy Never Loved Me. There is an element of that to it. Genuinely, I was getting to the point of where I was about to turn out of Bex and go, if he fucking says light him up before he walks out on stage one more time, I am gonna fucking walk out, because it got weird. It just got a little bit like, oh, fuck off, we get it. But the Rock DJ dance number is great. The dance to which one is it he does with Nicole Appleton?
I don't know.
She's the one.
She's the one. I thought that was fucking great. I thought casting somebody who is very much trained as a dancer was a good idea.
What, for her?
Yeah, because you can see, all right, she's a dancer. Fair enough.
Yeah.
There's that. I actually thought the guy who played fucking Liam Gallagher got it spot on.
Yeah.
There. And the see you later, no, fuck off.
Fuck off, cunt.
Was perfect. But then Liam going, are you fucking coming then, Twinkle Toes? It should have had a bit. It should have had Robbie Williams at one point going, he referred to me as that fat dancer, because that is an all-time great Liam insult.
It is good.
And Liam's got some great insults.
Yeah.
But I thought that was pretty cool. But it almost... I think Robbie Williams is probably quite a nice guy. I reckon he probably has his moments, but I think overall, I think, you know, that he's probably alright.
I think he's found his piece. He's been married to the same woman for like 13 years. Like I said earlier, he's got 4 kids.
Yeah.
Like, you don't hear shit about Robbie Williams anymore.
No.
And that's probably just because like he's got money in the bank and he's happy.
Yeah, that's it. He very much like, yeah, he just seems like he just seems happy, and I'm kind of like that's fucking cool. Good on him. You know, fingers crossed so far. You've not heard any. He was an absolute fucking piece of fucking shit about him. You've just got a bit like he loved a drug, liked his drugs.
I don't think you will.
No.
I think it is just like, yeah, he's just an admitted drug addict.
Yeah.
But he's not a fucking him from the Libertines. Fucking Pete Doherty. Yeah, like just fucking like literally stealing shit out of friends' houses when he was famous to pay for drugs and stuff like that. You know, like there won't be any of that.
We
with
never
Robbie
saw him
Williams.
at a party piss himself in a bathtub.
What's that about me? You said?
No, it was our meeting with Pete Doherty.
Nice.
In fucking Carl Barrett's bathtub, just pissing himself.
I met the other Libertines once, and they were lovely.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Carl Barrett was
he was
quite nice.
off doing something else.
New album's pretty decent, actually.
Is it? I don't have the patience to listen
Yeah,
to
it's
it.
alright. It's a bit toothless in comparison, but then
Yeah.
when your drug of choice is red wine and being like fat,
He's lost quite a bit of weight,
Have they?
actually. Yeah.
I don't think it's quite got the edge that heroin does.
I mean, he was a big heroin addict.
Yeah, really.
I mean, when I say a big heroin addict, not like a lot of heroin, it's like, are you sure you're on heroin, Pete?
Yeah.
But anyway, back to Better Man.
But yeah, look, I mean, it's really difficult because it's not shit, and I don't think it's touching cloth. But god damn it, is it disappointing?
It's just, it's enjoyable when you're watching it. It's too long because you should cut the Royal Albert Hall bit at the end. Because the film finishes on him singing somebody else's fucking song.
Yeah.
Maybe he couldn't get the rights to his own songs. I couldn't get the rights to take that songs.
But it's just, it's odd. It only references one of his albums.
Yeah, it does.
It's, I don't know. I think it's more.
Because it's more
music.
interested in fucking dwelling in like.
His
shit.
inner demons.
Yeah.
But
rather than actually telling a fucking story. But the thing is, I really like the like abstract portrayals of things and stuff like that. I really loved that side of it.
Him literally fighting his demons was pretty fucking cool.
That was really good, yeah.
But then they came back again later on.
Yeah, but then they were all
just smiled at him.
smiling. Ugh. The thing is, it was fine. I'll never fucking watch it again, and it was interesting.
I might watch it again, you know, because I enjoyed it enough.
The thing is, I feel like if we'd given any real thought to what the plot of this movie was going to be, we probably could have anticipated that there wouldn't be much of a story.
I would have had. I wouldn't have had it doing the what is it? Appleton's manager made her up an abortion thing. I wouldn't have had that in it. I didn't think that was going to be in it. But I would have.
It's just if they were going to do something, they needed to do something with that.
Yeah.
It's such a dark thing to just not even reference after.
I thought there'd have been more about the Take That breakup, but my bingo card, my number, if we were all going right, not even bingo card. This is the one I'm going to hold on the slot machine, and if we all pick one, I don't know even how slot machines work. But I'm going to stick with this analogy. Mine would have been Northern Boys Love There Now. Is what I would have gone with.
I did enjoy him taking that watermelon.
Yeah. Which
I
apparently
enjoyed
is
his
real.
signature. I enjoyed his signature being thick.
Yeah. But,
I enjoyed the fact that this is going to sound. No, I'm not going to say it.
You're going to say it. Got to say it now. You've got to say it now.
I enjoyed the fact that he missed talking to his nan for the last time.
Fucking hell, dude. Because of his drugs.
Because of his
Wow.
drugs, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't live with nan
I
that
enjoyed
much,
him
does
getting a
he?
blowy off a random
Who
in a
thought it was
club.
Gary?
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bex.
It's just, I mean, I can see why he thought that Gary Barlow wouldn't like the film.
Has he said that?
He said, yeah, I was worried about what Gary would think about the script. Gary thinks it's funny.
He's barely in
Yeah,
it.
he doesn't. I mean, he doesn't go too hard
No.
on them.
No, I mean, like,
you know,
3 of them are barely even fucking referenced.
I mean, to be fair, Gary was the fat, talented one that no one fancied. So, it is right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he wasn't even that
he
fat
obviously
in
has a good...
hindsight, was he? Really,
No.
like, if you look back at pictures of that, he wasn't even that fat.
No. It's quite... It's basically, like...
Or ugly.
No.
Like, he was just the ugly fat one and he wasn't ugly or fat.
And now he's the one that's aged the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I don't know. That's the thing. I was surprised it just didn't reference the fact that they got back together and did an album and did a tour and, you know, like
you say, it ends. It ends in like 2001, and it's like, hang on a minute, that's 23 years ago.
Yeah. Thing is, it's bull rap levels of fucking fantasy and revisionism.
Oh yeah, it's. But the thing is, I think it is a musical that happens to be about somebody real more than it being a biopic.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. That's what we've got with this. I
will just say as well, and I was talking last week about how good the CG is with in Sonic. I mean, this again, he's just there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You
fucking
kind of,
great.
I kind of forgot he was a chimp at some points.
Which I think is really good for the way it does it, is the fact that it's, you do just kind of go along with it.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
But then there's a couple of moments where he gets a bit chimpy.
Yeah.
Where he reacts to something or like screams. And he's like, ah! You know, like the mouth goes wide. And like I really liked that, and I kind of wish it did that more.
Yeah. And but I found it interesting the fact that as well that later on he was, you know, he's always a chimp through it, but they still put on the tattoos.
Yeah.
Which is like, do you know what? You could have not. It shows that. I mean, I watched an interview with Michael Gracie where he was talking about the film and filmmaking and just like cinema in general, and I just was watching it going, but do you know what? Fascinating guy as a what is it? Really enthusiastic, but clearly just loves film and loves like what film can do. And I just thought, yeah, do you know what? I'm looking forward to what you're going to do next, because I feel like this feels a little bit smaller than what you might have been able to do.
Yeah.
It's a cure more than anything else. I do wonder, you know, how much of a budget this actually had, because the CG chimp of it all will have required a lot of money. And there were like sequences where I was like, this entire sequence is done in a computer. Like the Come Undone sequence and Let Me Entertain You sequence.
I think it's one of those things where a director who has a visual effects background is going to be able to get you better visual effects for cheaper.
Yeah, it had standout sequences and the rest of it felt pretty uncinematic, low budget.
Yeah.
For me. Also, was your presentation dark as fuck?
I'm glad you said this, because I said to Bex about it being really like you said about the visual look. I was like, I liked it, yeah. I just wish they could have turned the fucking brightness up on it a little bit.
The thing is, I'm noticing this more and more, and I think it might be because most cinema projectors don't do HDR, so you don't get that high contrast that you actually get on a lot of pretty standard issue TVs these days. And I'm finding increasingly, generally, presentations at home are looking better than presentations in the cinema because the brightness can be notcheted up. So, I think a 4K HDR presentation of this film at home may actually work better.
Yeah, for things like heavy effects films like this, it's the difference between the two is never been closer. And actually, I think they say there's an element of there's a possibility you're going to watch it looking better at home. 110 million apparently dollars.
110.
Is
I mean, yeah. I mean, I suppose so. Sure, because of the chimp.
yeah. Yeah, it will literally be like 100 million of that is the chimp.
But again, yeah, like not shit. I think there's enough to it, but it's basically the minimum viable version of what I was hoping it would be.
Enjoyed it. I think it's definitely not shit. I just wish it had a bit more about it. But then again, once I settled in and went, all right, so you're just a musical that happens to be about Robbie Williams, I'm actually all right with that.
Where are you at, Bex?
Yeah, definitely not shit, but it's a curiosity. I think the experimental bits that it did work really well. I think the story, lack thereof, let it down, and I think the over sentimentality.
That surprised me a little bit.
Yeah, I don't care about your fucking daddy issues, Robbie, and I don't care about your inner demons as much as you think I do. I don't need to see them 15 times.
Yeah, there was a lot.
But then he's also saying "fuck yourselves" at the end of the film.
Yeah, which feels a little bit like you've basically gone, look, I've always seen myself as like, I don't care if I'm a cunt, but I kind of do, but fuck you. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's saying, I'm glad that I don't have to be Robbie Williams anymore, but I also am Robbie Williams.
Yeah.
Audience poll was definitely not shit, 67%. Touching cloth, 33%.
Yeah, I get that.
Mark, Lex, what you guys been watching?
What have we been watching? We've been Christmasing, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah. So, have you watched anything solo, Bex?
Okay, so a little bit actually.
Because I think I've got 2 solo.
They're all Christmas though, so I'll skim. So I finished Fat Man and Violent Night the night after we finished podcasting.
Yeah.
Just a beautiful cacophony of Santa-y violence.
Apparently, Violent Night has really found its audience this year.
Yeah.
Seems
to.
like a lot of it's been high up on like the streaming services top tens. Yeah.
Has it?
Yeah.
That's fair. I think it's great. It's really funny. It's really fucking violent. People get sledgehammered to the face.
Yeah.
It's a fucking lovely time.
Yeah.
Sequels come in as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, just a really, really good time. Then I watched Polar Express on my own.
You?
Yeah. I always do Polar Express.
Yeah, I didn't know you got to this year though.
It's uncanny valley creepiness, but it's become a firm kind of definite in my Christmas watch list. If you can get over how fucking weird it looks, it's actually really good. But it's a bit saccharine. But everything looks creepy. But everything looks creepy enough that it doesn't feel that.
I like the Polar Express. I'm fine with the Polar Express.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is very saccharine.
It is. Me and Isabel on Christmas Eve while you were at work watched Muppet Christmas Carol and Scrooged. When we were watching Muppet Christmas Carol, made a reference to the SS Minnow that Isabel didn't get until we were later on watching Scrooged. And then I was like,
that's good.
Yeah, basically the same story done in different ways.
And I also watched both of those, so I'll just say my piece on them as well. Muppet Christmas Carol, right? Michael Caine is so fucking good in that.
Yeah, I was just about to say he plays straight against the Muppets so well.
Which did you watch it on Disney Plus?
No, I watched it on the iTunes one that we've got, which is cut. It's not the full.
It's not got the sad song in it.
No,
because the sad.
Yeah,
song,
you don't want the sad song.
No, I
you
don't.
do. You need the sad song.
I don't think you want the sad song.
You do,
but because it on Disney Plus, you have to go into like the extras, don't you? And then you can watch the version with the sad song.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't realise that it wasn't the full version until we were watching it, and then there's this bit, they meet on a bridge, and then suddenly everyone's in fucking bits, and I was like, that makes no sense without the sad song.
The sad song's boring, though.
It's so boring, Bex, and it's really long as well. It's just like 5 minutes. Even though, granted, at the end, when they do, when Love Is Found, at the end, it like that makes no sense. Why are they just singing a few lines of a random
refrain
thing we've never heard before?
Exactly.
But yeah, that song's so fucking boring.
But it's part of the movie, and it should be there.
It should be there.
Yeah, but Scrooged. I'd love to get a kid in front of Scrooged now and just go, how many of those jokes did you get?
Just watch them. Just do like a joke commenter. Just like scribble it down.
Like the bit where the homeless people think he's Richard Burton. It's fucking
The
great.
Richard Burton impression's fucking fantastic, though.
Yeah, it's good.
The fact that he
Yeah,
walked
I
through
did
it
like
first.
And I did like, whose child is this? Mine. Well, you beat him. Like, good.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Scrooged is the gift that keeps on giving. It starts with Lee Majors in The Night the Reindeer Died, and then it's Robert Goulet's Cajun Christmas.
It really is. It's just...
It rules.
You look at it now and go... Just fair play. It's a swing and a hit.
Yeah.
And that's...
Yeah.
That doesn't always happen. It was lightning in a bottle, that movie.
Yeah.
And also, I will just say, Carol Kane walked so Chapel Roan on a talk show a couple weeks back could live.
Yeah.
But she's so good in this,
Carol
though.
Kane has charisma.
And humility.
Yeah. And he's...
I'll shut up now, Beck. Sorry, I
Yes.
trampled all over that, and I'm sorry.
No, it's alright, it's all good. Only other thing I watched on my own was Batman Returns.
Nice.
Batman Returns is great. I think if you want just a bit more grown up but still Christmassy, it's good. Not too grown up though. And she is fucking ridiculously hot as Catwoman. Every time I watch it, I appreciate her a little bit more.
Yeah.
Oof.
I like the fact that the first time Bruce Wayne speaks in that film, Bruce Wayne, not Batman, but the first time Bruce Wayne speaks in that film, he's complaining about the fact his soup's cold.
Yeah. It's vichyssoise and...
Oh, yes.
It's fucking great. And the thing is, it's Tim Burton back when Tim Burton was Tim Burton, before Tim Burton became a Tim Burton parody.
I would say it's up there with peak Burton.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. It's just a really good time. The thing is, it's absurd, and it's just daft as fuck, like the costuming and everything. But it works because it's all played seriously enough that it works, but not so seriously that it isn't fun.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
The Penguin is like as close to a scratch and sniff character as you might ever get. Like you can fucking he fucking reeks.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
You can smell and just how horny he is as well.
Tuned into that like a motherfucker.
But the bit when Michelle Pfeiffer acts just like absolutely disgusted at the idea of him touching her, you can fully relate to it.
Yeah.
It's just so grim.
It just like he just must smell of like piss, cum, shit, and
Fish.
zoo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
He smells like a litter tray and the cat's dinner.
Yeah. I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna not.
You can't
think you
keep
should.
doing that on a podcast. That is literally the point.
So, our cat at this time of year decides to gift wrap his poo for us, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. He eats tinsel.
He eats tinsels.
So he gets
And then-
Really?
sparkly shit.
Tinsel shits.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, this makes us sound like really irresponsible pet owners. We're not. We're fucking like vigilant, but he is sneaky as fuck when it comes to tinsel.
You cannot leave. If we left this room for a second, he would be up. He only goes to the Big Trouble in Little China one.
No. He's been at True
Has
Romance.
he been at True Romance
Can't
as well?
reach it quite as well, but he does go for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he lives alone.
Yeah,
He's
they
scared of that
live
zombie
here.
guy.
Yeah.
Fucking tinsel shits.
Tinsel shit, man.
I had to clean up 3 piles of tinsel vomit the other day as well.
Yeah.
Didn't enjoy.
That's great.
Such a prick.
And then the other thing I've been doing with my time, and the reason that I haven't watched more movies, is because I made the huge mistake of starting Silent Hill 2 again.
Yes, you did, didn't you?
Yeah.
How's that going?
Stayed up until 4:30 in the morning playing it the other day.
Of course you did.
Good. And once you've completed it, you get to play it on New Game Plus, and then you get a chainsaw,
Yes, you did.
and you can wear a...
From the start?
Yeah, from
You
the
showed
start.
me a chainsaw, didn't you?
Oh, no,
bad.
you do pick it up at some point, but it's really... Yes, I did show you your chainsaw.
Yeah.
And occasionally, if he gets bored, he does like a jaunty little thing where he crosses his feet and then just sort of sways. And if his chainsaw gets activated by the presence of a baddie, but the baddie's not super present, like it's not like in the real vicinity, he does a thing where he raises his chainsaw over his head and goes, ah!
Yeah, so Becky decides to say, I've got a chainsaw to me. I was like, alright, cool. Look, and if you wait and he gets bored, like in the game, if you just like don't play it, he does this thing with his chainsaw. So I'm watching it, stood, basically just watching Silent Hill 2, nothing happening, with this guy in a room looking at it for about 5 minutes. I'm like, he hasn't done anything, Bex. And then Bex just goes, I didn't always do it. I'm like, so effectively, I've been watching this for 5 minutes to see him maybe do something.
I'll show you later, though.
Don't want to see
You
it.
can also wear a pyramid head made out of a pizza box
That
on New
sounds
Game
better.
Plus. Yeah.
Nice.
So the chainsaw, it's fucking great. I think I've used maybe 5 bullets throughout the entirety of the game so far, and I'm quite far in. I've just been
But New
chainsawing
Game
the fuck out
Plus-
of people. Yeah.
New Game Plus is supposed to, like, yeah, you get all the shit, but then the game's harder. So is it any harder?
Or is it not harder because you've got a chainsaw?
That's it. I don't know.
Because it just
really.
sounds like you're basically playing it on God mode.
Chainsaw's really good.
It does sound a little bit like playing on God mode.
There's like so the big boss fight that I can sort of point to. No, there's been 2 big boss fights actually, and like literally, they're just like a couple of slashes with the chainsaw and it's done. Whereas like I very nearly died, like playing it first time through with just.
What
my
you
phone.
did? You nearly died.
Yeah, a bit of both. Elevated heart rate and all that. But yeah, the flesh lip guy that's just basically a fleshlight. It's just like a big tube of flesh with a mouth at an end in a cage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Right,
That's grim.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Oh, well, one of the baddies, what's he called? Abstract Daddy. So, Amanda, I think she's called, that's in it, who's one of the other prisoners of Silent Hill. She's an abuse victim, basically, who has killed her dad and brother because they'd sexually assaulted her. And the Abstract Daddy is basically a sort of silhouette shape type thing of someone being fucked but
Buggered.
covered up over by a blanket.
Fair enough.
And that's a baddie that you have to fight.
Silent Hill just sounds grim.
But it's all about, like,
Yeah.
trauma and shit.
Everything's about trauma nowadays.
No, but Silent Hill 2 specifically...
Yeah, but this was like 20 years
is
old.
about trauma. It's about, like, James is there because he's murdered his wife, basically. But he's trying to convince himself that she died of cancer.
What a prick.
Yeah. But yeah, really good. But you are slightly overpowered with the chainsaw. But it's quite good though, because I wouldn't want to play it for the first time with something like the chainsaw, but on a second run through, when you're just like, oh, I really wish I'd had a chance to explore more, but I was trying not to die, you don't have to worry about dying because you've got a chainsaw. So you can just like really look around. And there's extra things to find, although I'm not 100% sure what they do. I've got some milky fluid in a jar. Not sure what that's meant to be. Knowing Silent Hill, probably something good. But yeah, apparently Blueborough are doing... I sent you the article, didn't I, the other day? Apparently they're doing 3 and 1.
Cool.
So I look forward to losing hours and hours.
People really like that one, so, that remake, so why not let them at them?
He's so fucking good.
Oh, nice.
So that's what I've been doing with my time.
Cool. Should we do what we've been watching?
Can do.
So, we watched Home Alone, didn't we?
We did.
We're probably going to end up speed rounding a few of these because, let's face it.
So did I.
Yeah. It's stuff we talked about quite a lot. Home Alone, it's just fucking great.
It is, yeah.
There's just no getting away from it. It's just fucking great. It's so fun.
I didn't cry this time.
You didn't cry this time, no. But yeah, it's just really fun. And I think you said last week, Ian, the score has no reason to be as banging as it is.
It goes real fucking hard, doesn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Great fucking film. We watched Jingle All the Way, which we always watch on Christmas morning, don't we?
We do.
A film that just gets more and more prescient as the years go by. A film truly ahead of its time.
Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah.
There's some Superman levels of suspension of disbelief required for when they all go, "Oh my God, Howard, it's you!" at the end.
No, Zooey Deschanel without fringe.
Oh, that's just about witchcraft.
So we'll figure through that. Die Hard.
Had to be done.
It's just fucking great.
So good, yeah.
Blew your mind, didn't I, with a little factoid?
You did?
Yeah. That it was actually Alan Rickman's film debut. Was Die Hard.
That is wild.
Just like the absolute fucking I am here.
Just born onto the big screen as a full-fledged movie star.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. He's just fucking... I even think, weirdly, it's one of those where it's almost underappreciated how good he is in it, and it's really appreciated how good he is in it.
Yeah.
But he's just fucking wonderful in it.
That's the thing, like, Die Hard as a franchise is Bruce Willis's thing. But the original Die Hard movie is not Bruce Willis's party.
No.
It's Hans Gruber's party.
It's Hans Gruber's trench coat's party.
Oh, he fucking wears the hell out of that
And
trench coat at the beginning.
he's only in it at the beginning.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alan Rickman, in general, could not get it. Alan Rickman in that trench coat definitely could.
Yeah, definitely could. So, he wears the shit out of that
He
coat.
does. It's a good
Yeah.
coat. You missed one off your tabs.
Have I?
Krampus.
Shit, yeah. It's because I haven't logged it, I don't think.
You fucker.
Yeah. Yep. Rewatch Krampus.
First night Isabel was back.
Yep.
Make sure she got back for Krampus night, which is the 23rd.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Very good.
Yeah.
Had takeout.
Had takeout.
Christmas horror.
And watch Christmas Horror, didn't
It's so good, actually. I think the more you watch it and you don't have to concentrate on the story, the more you can actually take in the visuals of it and the effort that's been put into the actual creature design and stuff like that.
It's a fucking directed the shit out of that film.
Yeah, it's fucking mint. Yeah.
8-Bit Christmas.
We don't talk about 8-Bit Christmas.
8-Bit Christmas is a... I fucking love this movie. It's everything I like about kind of like these type of movies. It's a proper morning movie. You want to watch this at night.
It is, right? And it's a real good, light-hearted fucking Christmas movie about trying to get a Nintendo, and then it fucking punches you right in the cock, even if you don't have one, at the end.
Oh, yeah. It literally, you are there going, fucking yes, they got it, fucking
Treehouse, woo!
Treehouse, yes. Fucking, he's still got a Nintendo. Wait a minute. Steve Zahn's dead!
Why is the cup there and there's nobody there? What the fuck?
Yeah, and you're just going, oh, you're all the time you've made it seem like it's because they've split up and they are now a fucking close. You know, it's the first fucking year that he's actually spending since the parents split up. But no, they're still together. That's good, but it's because Steve Zahn's dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and he married the girl that had the same snow boots as he did.
Great. Honestly, love that fucking film. It's just, what a fucking treat.
It has no right to be as good as it is.
No. It doesn't.
Like, it really doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It's just a fucking... It's a real Yeah, well played.
Yeah, definitely.
We forgot about a massive bit of movie news.
Ooh. Did we?
I just remembered.
What?
Christopher Nolan's Nate's film's been announced.
Yeah.
What it is.
Yeah.
So hopefully this still involves helicopter pilots.
It does, apparently.
No, don't tease me. So it's some sort of adaptation of Homer's Odyssey.
Yeah. With helicopter pilots.
I really, really, really need it to involve helicopter pilots.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, I don't want it being a straight retelling of it, but with, incredible visuals. I mean, I want there to be some sort of twist on it.
Yeah, apparently it is still helicopter pilots. But across the globe. So they're chasing something.
I mean, great.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Yeah.
If it's some sort of batshit modern reinterpretation of the Odyssey, I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it just...
I suppose...
I'm very much like...
Yeah, sorry, go on.
Do you know what? Nolan keeps on, just really going for it with his blank checks.
He could... The thing is, Oppenheimer did well enough that he's probably got 2 with Universal. Oh no, he's got 1 with Universal and 1 with another studio if this goes tits up.
Well, I mean, Oppenheimer...
Because
Oppenheimer was always done because of the fact that its budget was lower than Tenet's was and bits like that. So, 100 million budget and it did just shy of $1 billion.
Yeah.
if it was normal, non-COVID, I think Tenet would have been huge.
Yeah.
And it was still the highest grossing COVID era film. It did 350 million worldwide, which at that time is pretty bonkers.
Yeah, it's just the fact that it lost money because it cost $200 million.
Yeah. That film will only... that film ages like a fine wine.
Yeah, it's fucking brilliant. It's Tenet. I think that film will end up getting a real good sort of look back on.
Yeah, for sure. But no, sorry, I kind of realised, I said at the start, I don't think there's been any news. It's yes, there really, really has been.
And also been quite a few kind of switch arounds, haven't they? With release date.
The schedule, yeah, I'm fucking fuming. Sinners is now coming out the day I fly out to Japan for 2 weeks.
Oh, look it, isn't it?
Yeah, I really, 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 really hope it comes out in Japan the same day and they just do it subtitled out there.
Yeah.
Because I'll go see it. I'll tell the girls have the afternoon I'm going to see this.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And the new Edgar Wright Running Man has been brought forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now that's
so that's in 2025, isn't it?
Yeah, that's no longer the January of 2026. It's now the November of 2025.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for a Glen
Oh
Powell
my
Christmas.
god. Maybe it'll be in time for your birthday.
Up 7th of November.
Oh,
apparently.
that's so exciting for you.
I mean, we'll have seen it already. 2 weeks before my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That residual glow will
Something-
still be there. That
I love
post-masturbatory glow will still be
Yeah.
there.
Something got pushed back by a year as well. What the fuck was that?
The Batman 2.
That was
Batman 2 is now another year. So it will be 5 years between them?
Yeah. So that's going to be 2027 now, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a clear 5 years.
Because the VFX, they just do not have the time to do it. Which actually is fair enough. Don't just push them. It means the VFX will be good because they're not going, no, you need to just do it quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because, Captain America Brave New World, there's been talks of, reshoots all over the shop on that thing, but they've always kept to the February 14th release date.
Yep.
And, I'm ready for some of this shit looks half finished.
Yeah. It's 6 weeks away. And we've not had another trailer yet.
Yeah, basically every report from test screenings is scores aren't good.
Ooh.
Put it back in the oven. Ooh. You know, it's just
it's kind of like, seriously, you need a fucking good film.
Anthony Mackie needs that film to hit hard,
and it's not going to.
And especially when like all the Avengers Doomsday like rumors are like Scarlett Johansson's back, Chris Evans back, obviously Robert Downey Jr.'s back. They're just going to be fucking multiverse variants, the most boring way you could possibly have any of them back.
Yeah. There's going to be some like random. There's going to be some people you didn't even know. Terrence Howard's going to be back.
I'd be down for that if Terrence Howard and Don Cheadle were in it.
Old soft voice fucking turns up.
That would be good.
My issue is, like, even if they start pumping out halfway decent movies again, I'd have to go back too far to get caught up, and I can't be arsed. So they've fucked it.
There's homework I have to do.
They're gonna retcon that entire shit. Like Avengers Doomsday, I swear, I bet you will not need to have any knowledge of any Marvel TV series.
No, it will be.
They will either ignore them or do the explaining in the film.
I haven't watched any of the recent movies either.
No, you won't need to. It'll start. It'll start after the snap.
Yeah.
Yeah. It will be. You just need to have seen Endgame. Here we go.
Yeah. It will be just like Poochie return to his home planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be Captain Marvel.
And I will say,
home planet.
there's rumours of Anya Taylor-Joy as Black Cat in Spider-Man 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, then.
Go on then. Yep, do that.
Yep. I've done 2 on my own.
Go on.
I did The Night Before Christmas, because of course I did. I always watch this.
The Night with a K?
No, the Tom and Jerry.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the Netflix film.
No, the Tom and Jerry, The Night Before Christmas, which is genuinely my favourite ever short film.
Nice.
It's wonderful. It's
adorable.
Glorious. What?
You're so adorable.
I love it. I love now the fact that it's on YouTube for free in 4K now, and that's great. Because what I used to have to do was search around fucking Vimeo for it. But yeah, so I watched that. And I watched a non-Christmas movie.
Whoa.
Yep. But it was a little gift for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's got Zac Efron in it.
Of course.
Yeah. I watched 17 again. Because I've watched it again.
How many times have you watched it?
I think this might be my 4th. Yeah.
I've seen that too many times.
Right. I'm going to say something. Right. And it's going to sound like hyperbole, but I don't care.
Hyperbole.
Yeah. Up there with my Roadhouse might be in my top 10 of the year. Thanks. Right. For understanding the assignment, right, I genuinely think that Zac Efron's performance in 17 again is one of cinema's great underappreciated performances. For understanding the assignment.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's fucking De Niro in Taxi Driver, Daniel Day-Lewis in There Will Be Blood. I'm not saying it's that level. But for sheer understanding the assignment of what he has to do within the movie, which is be a 17-year-old kid, look cool as fuck, but also somehow seem like he's got the air of, I know how all this fucking works, whilst also not kind of knowing how it all works.
Yeah.
It's fucking majestical.
Majestical.
How fucking good he is in this.
Love it.
Like, he just walks around with an air of, I am the coolest fuck that has ever existed. but also he doesn't understand what's going on because he was at high school 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It's glorious and wonderful. So for anybody who doesn't know the plot of 17 again, basically Matthew Perry was hot shit when he was at high school. Was like the high school star, fucking basketball player. He's about to get fucking like his scholarship, and then he quits it all because his girlfriend gets pregnant, and he does the right thing. Mm-hmm. Bang! You fast forward to 17 years later, and his life hasn't quite gone where it is, and he's in a funk, and he kind of blames it on the fact that he had his kid. You know, that he did the right thing. He doesn't resent his kids or anything like that, but he just... It's explained that he's basically been in a mood for 17 years. And so he ends up getting his spirit guide played by Brian Doyle Murray, because of course.
Yeah.
And he gets fucking magically transported back 17 years. And he's Zac Efron, basically. And he now is at school with his own kids.
Right.
That's there. And he thinks that, right, I need to make my fucking kids' lives better. And that will fucking please Brian Doyle Murray. And I'll get to fucking go back to my normal life. But of course, what he does is he ends up, fucking things up. And he ends up realising that no, what he had to do was realise that no, he didn't make the wrong decision. He made the right decision. That's where he was supposed to be. And he needed to stop being a fucking mood. But...
I've never seen this movie.
It's fucking wonderful.
What's it on?
Netflix. He gets to do this because his best friend at school, Ned, who was kind of a geek at school, it turns out now is massively rich, but he kind of like believes, he knows that it's actually him.
Yeah.
And he's played by Thomas Lennon. And you get a great scene where Thomas Lennon is angry with essentially like his best friend, who they're pretending is his son. Angry with him because he threw a party, but he just keeps slapping him. But you can tell that that Thomas Lennon hasn't told Zac Efron that he's going to keep slapping him because he just keeps slapping him in the face, and Thomas Lennon just keeps laughing, and Zac Efron's face is genuinely getting redder and redder, and he's getting more and more angry. Thomas Lennon, who just keeps laughing, but just keeps slapping him in the face, and it's just great. But it's just Zac Efron looking fucking just great.
Yeah.
But looking cool as fuck. But being a little bit
isn't he?
fish out of water. Who?
Thomas Lennon.
He's in a lot, yeah. But he's also got a direct number to my funny bone as well.
Fair.
Like, I find him incredibly amusing to watch.
I haven't actually watched this.
You should watch it. Everyone should watch it. And if you don't like it, go fuck yourself.
Fair.
But genuinely, watch it this week, Bex, please, and back me up on a pure understanding the assignment. Zac Efron should have won Academy Awards for this movie.
Okay.
And I am not joking when I say that.
Once I've killed my inner demons and taken out Pyramid Head, I'll give it a watch.
Right, we'll get that done quickly because you need to watch 2009.
It shouldn't take me too long, I've got a chainsaw.
17 again. It's fucking great. I was also aware that I was watching it going, and I'm sat, because I watched it on my lunch break at work, and I watched it going, yeah, fucking, he looks fucking cool. Yep, as he's getting out of this car at high school and walking along and all the girls are swooning and I'm going, yeah, you fucking look at that. That is a cool outfit. You look fucking hot. And looked down and went, fuck, I'm wearing the same thing. Like, I was genuinely wearing the exact same outfit. Like, very accidentally, but I was like, yep, he's wearing a pair of white Converses, a pair of black jeans, white t-shirt, and a black cord shirt, like a grey cord shirt over. Yeah, fuck, I'm wearing the same thing as the guy from 17 again.
Kelly out of Hot Tub Time Machines in it.
What?
Kelly out of Hot Tub Time Machines in it.
Which one's Kelly?
The sister.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. Yeah. And also as well, Michelle Trachtenberg. She played horny a lot around this time, didn't she? Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's what I've watched. Oh no, we also did Christmas Vacation. Didn't we?
We did.
So did I.
And it's the perfect Christmas movie.
Shit is full, bud. Shit is full.
Yeah. Shit is full.
Shit is full.
Shit is full. Ian, what have you been watching?
Okay, so I watched. Did I talk about Home Alone 2 last week? I think.
No.
No.
Home Alone, yes, but Home Alone 2 you didn't.
Home Alone, yes. Home Alone 2, no. But I talked about Die Hard 2.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So after we finished recording last week, then I watched Home Alone 2 with the girls. Really, really long is Home Alone 2, or at least it feels it. And the fact that it repeats quite a lot of the gags. Like, there's the making the kind of more like the marionette-y kind of things. But this time it's the dad in the shower and playing like what the uncle was saying to him, about like what's the line? It's something like if you come in here, you'll be uncomfortable with the idea of your manhood for the rest of your life, or something. Like, it's a really weird thing Uncle Frank says about the size of his dick, and playing it back to Tim Curry. Also, the punishment eked out to Harry and Marv does verge into they would have died maybe a dozen times over. Yeah. Home Alone's got that, but it's maybe only once or twice. This, before they've even entered the property...
They should be dead.
Yeah, Daniel Stern has been hit by 4 bricks directly to the head.
From a distance as well. That would have killed him.
From a roof.
Yeah.
So, there is that. The pigeon lady stuff, again, it's basically copying the neighbour and the shovel from the last one, but not as good.
No, a bit weird.
But
you get more interaction with her, and it's like you're just covered in pigeons.
Yeah, you're just covered in pigeon shit. Like, what?
Doesn't get over it. Not bad.
No, exactly. But I think the idea of him being lost in a city, as opposed to being trapped in a house, decent conceit. Darlene Love's All Alone for Christmas, which was written for this film, is an absolute fucking banger.
Yeah. Darlene Love and Christmas banger go hand in hand, don't they?
Yeah, no, totally. No, absolutely. I think the Tim Curry stuff is pretty good. It's pretty good though. The bit where they repeat it's like angels with even dirtier faces, or whatever it's called. But it's like, get down on your knees and tell me you love me. And then him and the hotel staff are like, get down. I love you. It's good. That works. But yeah, it's a paler imitation of the first one, but it's still got its charms. So, have a look at any other Christmas adjacent stuff. No, don't think I do. Okay, so Elf. Sorry. I just really like Elf. James Caan is great in it. On set, apparently, he was grumpy, didn't really know what the fuck was going on. Kind of plays into the performance, and that's good. Do you feel like in future years, the bit where Will Ferrell is in the shower room with her singing "Baby It's Cold Outside" is going to be deemed problematic? And I don't look forward to that day. Okay. Then I've actually watched a few non-Christmas things, but playing on Christmas Day on BBC One was Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Foul, which is a film. It's an hour and a quarter long. So Feathers McGraw, the penguin who doesn't say anything, and it's great because he just doesn't say anything, from the wrong trousers, is back, and this time he's hacked into Wallace's network and has made his smart gnomes turn against him and the local community. It's good, good, visually inventive. It's funny, but big problem with these. Gromit is a very, very good boy. Wallace is a fucking idiot. And it feels like in a few of these now, it has been Wallace takes Gromit shit, what's the word? I have completely forgotten the word. I am blanking. It's not disregard. Shit, no, sorry guys, this is going to really do my head in. Granted. Jesus Christ. I've had a few Jack and Cokes. Apologies. He takes him for granted, and then Gromit saves the day. And in this one, all Wallace does is pat his head and basically tells him he's a good boy. Fuck off, Wallace, you don't deserve him. And that's all I have to say about Vengeance Most Foul. It's fun, though. It is fun. Also watched, on Christmas Eve, I watched Timo Jahanto, the director of The Night Comes For Us, his new Netflix film, The Shadow Strays. So, this is, it's a kind of like a secret organisation, and they're all known by numbers, and one of them completes a mission. She kind of fucks it up because she lets her emotions get in the way, and she's basically told, wait for your next assignment. The assignment takes too long. Oh, yeah. Stops taking her medication that she's been prescribed by the organisation. And then a woman, a prostitute, drug addict who lives next to her is killed, leaves behind her son. Her son is then taken by people because the prostitute drug addict was basically trying to... Not trying to blackmail, she was pregnant with a local kind of government official's son's child. And so it was a whole... They were killing her to keep her quiet. Then they kidnap her son. And the member of the Shadow Strays, basically tries to get the son back. Some great action. Some gnarly stuff. I didn't quite feel it as viscerally as The Night Comes For Us, but that film is insane. But yeah, it's getting on for 2.5 hours long. It basically wraps up its... there's a 20-minute kind of prologue where it's introducing the Shadow Strays, and then the next hour and a half has nothing to do with any of the other Shadow Strays, and then after that kind of plot is resolved as such, and then you've got about another half hour of the Shadow Strays, and then it sets up a sequel. And it's just... What are we doing? It's some terrific action in that final third, but then also just let's chuck some mythology in there, even though we've basically just had a standalone story, even though the beginning and the last half hour seem to actually be about something else. Very narratively sloppy, and it really did try my patience. The Night Comes For Us, I think, is a bit of an underrated action classic. That film fucks. This doesn't, and it sets up this sequel, which maybe could be interesting if they just actually focus on one fucking plot. Instead of basically going, here's a bit of plot, never mind that, this film's about this now, never mind that, this film's actually about this. So, yeah, all over the place, but some terrific action in it. So there is that. Okay, I also watched Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Nice.
Making my way through the Die Hards. I've started Die Hard 4, which in the opening 10 minutes has Justin Long on the phone to someone saying, "You've got a sexy voice. What can I do for you or to you?" Which has not aged well. There's a lot of aspects of Die Hard 4.0 that have not aged well. We'll talk more about that when I finish it next week. But Die Hard with a Vengeance, if Simon Gruber was 10% more memorable, and maybe if the third act, just like the end of Simon Gruber, was also more memorable, I think this would be toe-to-toe with Die Hard.
Oh, right.
Him and Samuel L. Jackson is better than him and Reginald VelJohnson. The supporting cast in Die Hard with a Vengeance are ace. They're really, really good. As ace as they are in Die Hard. And the action filmmaking Die Hard with a Vengeance is pretty fucking up there with Die Hard. Like, him driving through Central Park shit is genuinely thrilling. Like, it's staged so well, it looks like they just did that with no permits and were just like, fuck it, get out of the way. It's great. But Jeremy Irons is not Hans Gruber.
No.
And the Bruce Willis just shooting out the electrical cable, which smashes into the helicopter, which makes the helicopter blow up, is not at Hans Gruber's end. But Die Hard with a Vengeance still fucking rules. And also, the way that it starts, like the first half hour, 45 minutes or so, you've got Summer in the City song at the start, and it's just Die Hard with a Vengeance. You got shots of New York, and then just like a block blows up. And then Simon calls, and it's cut to Bruce Willis, like, where's McClane? Cut to Bruce Willis in the police van with a hangover, just being told you got to go do this shit. And it's just off to the races. It's great. And him and Samuel L. Jackson never have a heart-to-heart in it, really. They talk a little bit, and, you know, Bruce Willis kind of tells him about, like, having the argument with Holly, and he never called back. But that's like an hour and 45 minutes into this film, because the rest of it is so go, 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 that they just build up the relationship through the chemistry, and then them zipping things back and forth, and Zeus demonstrating his intelligence with the puzzles, and it's great stuff. But yeah, the third act just not as great. But I mean, it is probably one of the best action films of the 90s. Yeah. Is Die Hard with a Vengeance.
I think it's underrated because Die Hard exists.
Yeah, because of Die Hard, yeah. But, you know, and I talked about Die Hard 2 last week. I really, really, really like Die Hard 2. Die Hard with a Vengeance is obviously better than Die Hard. Die Hard is obviously better than Die Hard with a Vengeance. But they are three terrific action films, and they've all got kind of unique feels to them. So, yeah, big fan. And then lastly for me, Lots and I took in Barry Jenkins's Mufasa the Lion King.
Yeah, you did. Interesting. Tell you what you think about it.
Yeah. So, better than I thought it was going to be. Mm-hmm. But that's where the Jenkins comes into it. Some really actually terrific shots. And there's some, you know, interesting visuals. The plot, more interesting than I kind of thought it was going to be. And it's pretty brutal as well, but in a PG way, where it's just, that entire fucking family's just been killed. Moving on. You know, but they do mourn things through the film. You just don't see it. Mads Mikkelsen is a terrific bad guy. Gets a very, very weird song where he says he's going to make people go bye-bye. And the song is called Bye Bye. Yeah. Yeah, but Lottie's been singing it to herself the last couple of days, so it's stuck. Also, what does that mean? Like, why are you talking about making people go bye-bye? Let's try and get out of your head. But then at the same time, Scar's character arc basically feels like there needs to be another film between this and The Lion King, even though everybody else, it feels like it's pretty fucking set up for The Lion King. But they've got, like, mild spoilers, Scar kind of goes bad and then changes his mind and then helps.
Right.
Which, you know, if he's going to obviously go bad, then in order to get to the Lion King, he's got to be in a place where he's alright with Mufasa again.
Yeah.
So I thought it was going to be, he's going to go bad, but it's going to be kept from Mufasa. Like, he's going to do some shit in the background, but Mufasa's not going to find out. But they don't do that. It's Mufasa he tells Mufasa, like, I've engineered this. But then there's a confrontation at the end, and then Scar kind of joins Mufasa. And at the end, he's just like, call me Scar. Because he's not called Scar originally. I can't remember what he's called. He's like, call me Scar. Because everybody remembers what I did. So then it's like, well, okay, so actually you're being kind of a bit of a tragic character here then. So, and Scar's motivation for why he betrays Mufasa is Scar fancied her first.
So Scar called dibs.
Yeah. And that's it.
I mean, to be fair, Mufasa's been a prick there. If Scar called dibs, then dibs is a thing.
The thing is, I was talking to Lots after, and she was like, I felt bad for Scar there. He liked her, and, you know, Mufasa knew, and they fell for each other anyway. I was like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So that, it's...
Probably called dibs.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just... So it's like, what, are they thinking there's going to be another one of these? And then also, I'll be honest, every 10, 15 minutes or so, it cuts back, because the whole thing is Rafiki telling Simba's kid a story, and Timon and Pumbaa a story. So every 10, 15 minutes or so, it cuts back to them. It's like Timon and Pumbaa doing some funny stuff. And I did wonder whether it was just like, a lot of this is all very reverential and respectful, and at times it's exciting. It's never that fun. So let's just cut back to Seth Rogen and him from Bros to do some silly shit for a couple of minutes just to keep the smaller kids engaged. It really feels like Barry Jenkins going, alright, for every decision you let me have, Disney, I'll let you have too. But it looks great. And I think Jenkins has obviously got an eye. And if this was a one for them, and it means that he's got credit in the bank, because it seems to be actually be doing all right. It started underwhelming, but it seems to have picked up steam in box office terms. If it means that Jenkins is going to be able to do some stuff for him for a little bit, then great. And that's what I'm going with. But it honestly, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It ain't great. I gave it a 7 out of 10 on Letterboxd, and that's exactly where I'm at with it. But it feels like there's more of a point to it than you would have, like, after watching the Jon Favreau Lion King, which is so just beat for beat. Like, this is trying to tell some new stuff.
It just looks boring.
I checked my watch a lot.
Yeah,
But
it's one of those I'm looking at going, I just don't think I care.
No. I mean, that's exactly. I mean, I only saw it because I took lots
Yeah.
to it. But we both had a good. So I said to her, I enjoyed that more than I thought I would, and she said, yeah, I did too. So it was like, yeah, there we are.
Yeah.
So Mufasa the Lion King, fair play, Bright. But Barry Jenkins, you're not made a bad film yet for me, bud. So there we are.
Nice.
That is it. Twitter questions.
The only one we've
Or
got
Instagram questions.
is from Andrew Jones, and he asks us, with it being the start of the new year, do we have any New Year movie resolutions? I mean, I'm going to try and watch more because I won't hit my... I know it's not like a hardened rule, but I do like to hit one a day. It's like a thing.
Mate, I'm on 255.
I'm not far off it. I am, but I'm not going to do one a day. I don't say it's like a target for what is it, and I don't. It doesn't like. I'm not like fucking gutted I missed it, but
You are a bit.
no, I'm not like fucking like. I'm not going to like start saying no, I need to watch one a day at least now. I'm like, but I'm on 344 at the moment.
Still pretty good going.
So I'll probably tap out at probably close to 350.
I'm going to try and enjoy a movie
You're going to try and enjoy a movie?
that's not a kids' movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
I don't know whether it's maybe in a misery or just the quality of cinema's gone down.
She's been a misery.
I don't think it is.
I'll just try and watch more.
Fair.
I'm going to try to, because like this year a lot of work stuff got in the way, and look where that left me.
Yeah. Fucking movies. That's the way forward. But I also do love watching movies.
I love watching movies as well. It's just also like,
Need to pay the rent.
there's a lifestyle to which the girls have become accustomed. So.
Yeah. No, that's it. I think more mine is because like it is just. I'm going to make better time to watch movies. I'm not necessarily going to make better movie choices because that would be a lie.
Yeah.
I'm still going to make the same weird choices I make now.
That's fair.
In fact, I might even make more weirder choices. I might watch Baby's Day Out.
Please don't do that.
I might watch Blank Check.
Any legitimate ones?
Any?
Probably going to try and watch more new releases that aren't just like...
Horror?
No, just like your tentpole ones. I'd like to watch more of the obscure stuff that comes out.
Yeah. I am going to. I'm not fully. 2 seconds. I'm not fully back on the. It's all physical media now or anything like that. But I am enjoying physical media. I got like a couple of 4Ks.
I mean, you say
which
that.
thank you very much, Ian.
Yeah, thanks, Ian.
For that, but I got the Paris, Texas.
You say that,
Yeah.
Mark, but every time we sit down to watch one, it's like an hour-long battle to get the fucking 4K player working.
Well, yeah, but yeah.
Yeah. Just yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm going to factor that into our timings.
I have 2 legitimate ones.
I have another legitimate one, but Karen, you got yours.
Okay. I'm going to cancel our Cineworld membership and get Parkway membership.
Probably, yeah.
Nice.
Also, I am going to see an Andre Rieu thing at the cinema at some point.
Yeah.
Yes, we are going to do that. A genuine one. Movies that I want to watch that I have in my list, and it's new watches or re-watches. Most of them are re-watches. But I go, oh, but it's like, I don't know. There's some biggies that I want to re-watch.
Yeah.
That I keep putting off for some reason.
Is it because you've already watched them?
I've already watched them, and
I'm
I
a
don't
big
know.
rewatch guy.
What?
I'm a big rewatch
Yeah,
guy.
but there's a few. Like, for instance, I want to rewatch There Will Be Blood. I want to rewatch Paris, Texas, and bits like that. But for some reason, I keep putting them off. The more weighty ones. I'm just gonna fucking watch them.
Oh my god, are we going to bring back the to watch pile?
No.
It's good with the to
No,
watch
but it's too
pile.
much pressure.
Oh, it's a lot of pressure, yeah.
It then becomes a thing.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to watch all the Bridget Jones movies.
Please don't.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we had for questions. I think I put it out quite late, unfortunately. It was a Sunday in this world but that doesn't exist for days.
Fair.
Indeed.
What are we covering next week?
Okay.
Ian?
That'll do. So, next week, stupid sexy vampire, but
Yeah.
apparently not sexy.
No. Apparently he's not sexy.
Pretty hideous looking.
Yeah.
He's Nosferatu.
Yeah. Nosferatu's not sexy.
Nosferatu's not sexy.
No.
Fucking looking forward to this though. Like,
But it's like people want sexy vampires, and he's not going to be sexy.
no. No.
There's one element of this I'm really concerned about.
Is it Leroy's death?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think she's almost... It's... I think she's the right level of not great for it. But I'm just looking forward to it. She just looks fucking great. Oh, also as well, if the mooted rumours are fucking true, and that Robert Eggers is going to be doing the Jim Henson Company sequel to Labyrinth, because he wants to.
It's fair.
Fucking yes.
Yeah.
Like,
He's forging his own path, that one, isn't he?
I love the fact that guy just does whatever the fuck he wants. Like, I want to make Nosferatu. Alright, how much do you need? I need 100 million. You can't have 100 million. I'll do it for 50. Deal. Boom.
So that's all. That's the only new release we're doing next week. Nosferatu. We're not
There's
doing
something else.
the other one.
We live in Times Out as well.
I'm not comfortable doing that.
Why? Oh, subject matter.
Yeah, no, it's just not a headspace I want to put myself in. So
I might do that because I actually really like the look of it.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
God, is that
so
Baby
there we
Girl
are.
out in a few weeks.
What?
That Baby Girl's out the week after, isn't it?
Yep.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know how I feel about Baby
don't
Girl.
know how much of horny Nicole Kidman I want to see on screen.
I'm emphatically not bothered about Baby Girl. I'm very happy to skip it.
That's the only thing out though, I think.
I'm sure
We'll find something else.
Do a retro.
I mean, I'm going to watch it.
Of course you are.
I'm intrigued enough, but I can absolutely see why Ian doesn't want to watch it and why you don't want to watch it. I absolutely can.
Just the discourse around it, it's made me uncomfortable.
I just feel like I'm going to watch it going, this is just...
Yeah.
I just don't care.
Yeah, that which is... I don't think... Do you know what I think I am with it? I wish I didn't care, but a part of me just wants to go, I need to see what this is. Because if it's what the trailer is, then it's just a bit... I don't get it. So I kind of need to go and get it.
It just...
It does. It looks icky. And not like the good kind of icky that I usually like. Yeah. And also as well, the director coming out and saying, I think we need to stop obsessing about age gaps in relationship and start normalising these things. Cool.
Do
Would you
this
be
film,
saying
but the
it
other
if it
way
was, like,
around.
the way around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't think people would. Yeah.
Yep.
I absolutely agree. We should start normalising these things. There are age gap relationships that exist, and they are a thing, and people need to fucking get over it. When it's two adults, people need to get over it a little bit. But I don't think people would be saying the same thing if it was a guy in their mid to late 50s and a girl in her mid to late 20s.
It's the Richard Attenborough guy, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm Harry Dickinson. I like Harry Dickinson.
Yeah.
I like him as an actor, but I think it just looks like I'm going to spend the entire time going, Yeah. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
We will.
Horny Brits.
Okay.
She's got a real spank me daddy energy to it that I'm not comfortable with regardless. It's not because Nicole Kidman's older than him. It's not anything to do with that. It's just not a dynamic I need to witness.
Fair.
Yep. There we are.
Right.
But until Nosferatu,
Yeah.
thank you very much, Mark.
Thank you very much, Ian.
Thank you very much, Becky.
Thank you very much, Ian.
Jason, I'm glad Chevy Chase didn't like Saturday Night and told you should be embarrassed by it. That's incredible. Well done. Fuck you. You are the gift who keeps on giving.
Chevy Chase massively on brand.
I mean, massively on brand, but, you know, just, I love it. I had a screening of Saturday Night, hugged him and said, you should be embarrassed.
It's just such a prick.
Yeah.
It's kind of what would you expect?
It's perfect.
Yeah.
And just the fact that Jason Reitman was like, you know, I was conflicted because I kind of wanted my Chevy Chase moment.
You got it.
And it's like, oh mate, that's a way of explaining it to yourself. Like fair play to you.
Yeah, you got your Chevy Chase moment. Very few people get a nice one.
I mean, just like, did you see the thing that Christopher Columbus was being interviewed this last week and said about Christmas Vacation, about his talking to Chevy Chase about it. He talked to Chevy Chase for half an hour, and then Chevy Chase just looked at him and said, "I'm sorry, I thought you were a drummer." What the fuck?
He's just such a dick.
I mean, it's awful. It's awful. But when that kind of shit happens to Jason Reitman, great.
I mean, what was funny is somebody referenced, because he basically said that Chris Columbus said that he didn't do Christmas Vacation because he couldn't work with Chevy Chase. And Chevy Chase commented on it and basically said, yeah, is that the guy who did Bicentennial Man? It's just like, he also fucking did Home Alone and fucking Mrs. Doubtfire, but it's just, yeah, is that the guy who did Bicentennial Man? Don't you think he said Bicentennial Man? It was that Robin Williams Tin Man movie.
Fucking hell.
Just, fucking hell, Chevy. You did fucking
Right,
Snow Dogs, so don't fucking crawl out your ass, mate. Just... Chevy Chase is my comedy era, and the guy's a prick.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Right. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Daddy wasn't there. Daddy wasn't there to take me to the fair. It seems he doesn't care. Daddy wasn't there. Daddy wasn't there to change my underwear. It seems he doesn't care. Daddy wasn't there. When I was first baptized, when I was criticized, when I was ostracized, when I was jazzercised, staking kidney pies, when I was modernized, when I was circumcised, Daddy wasn't there. When I was criticized, when I was ostracized, when I was jazzercised, staking kidney pies, when I was modernized, when I was circumcised, Daddy wasn't there to take me to the fair, to change my underwear. Daddy wasn't there. Daddy wasn't there, peace. If you've got a daddy issue, here's a daddy tissue. D to the A to the D-D-Y, D to the A to the D-D-Y. They say it's just a fad, but I've got a deadbeat dad. D to the A to the D-D-Y, D to the A to the D-D-Y. I sit in my room and cry, and ask myself the reason why. D to the A to the D-D-Y, D to the A to the D-D-Y. Daddy, daddy, daddy. D-A-D-D-Y. Peace.